What if you don't manifest by chasing, but by remembering? Think about that for a moment. What if the life you dream of isn't something you have to create from scratch, but something that already exists, waiting for you to step into it? This idea may sound strange, even impossible at first, but once you understand it, everything about manifestation will change forever. Most people are taught to see manifestation as a straight line. You think of what you want, you focus on it, you work hard, and eventually, maybe it shows up. But what if the universe doesn't work that way? What if the reason your desires feel so far away is because you've been chasing them in the wrong direction? Quantum manifestation reveals something radical. Time in the quantum field isn't linear. Past, present, and future are not separate events. They all exist at once. Which means the version of you who already has what you want is alive, right now, in another layer of reality. This isn't just philosophy, it's physics. In the quantum world, particles can move backward and forward in time. Scientists call it retrocausality, effects influencing causes, not the other way around. And when it comes to your life, this means your future self is already sending signals back to you. Signals that pull you toward the reality you're meant to live, if only you know how to listen. Now here's where the power of working backwards comes in. Instead of standing here, empty-handed, waiting for something to arrive, you learn to embody the result first. You don't wait until you get the money, the love, the freedom, the success. You step into the feelings of already having it. You become the person who already lives that reality. And when you do, the universe doesn't have a choice but to align with you. But here's the catch. Most people sabotage this process. They stay stuck in longing. They look at their current circumstances and say, "It's not here yet. I'm still waiting." That very energy of lack becomes resistance. It pushes what you want further away. The more you want, the more you signal to the universe that you don't have it. That is why so many people struggle with manifestation, even though they try so hard. In this video, you're going to discover why the backwards approach is not only the missing key, but also the most powerful way to manifest. You'll see how your thoughts and emotions, your inner energy, create a signal that reaches into the quantum field. You'll learn why embodying your future self right now doesn't just change your mindset, it literally rewires your brain and reshapes your reality. And you'll uncover the truth that manifestation isn't about forcing the universe to give you something new. It's about remembering what's already yours. So stay with me until the end, because once you understand this backwards method, you'll never look at your desires the same way again. You'll realize that you don't have to chase, you don't have to wait. The future you're dreaming of is already alive. All you need to do is remember it and become it. Would you like me to now expand this into the entire script based on the outline I made earlier, keeping this introduction as the opening? Before we talk about the idea of manifestation working backwards, let's first look at how most people are taught to see it. The common belief goes like this. You start with a desire, you hold it in your mind, and then you wait for it to show up. You put in the effort, you keep focusing, you stay patient, and finally, when the universe decides, it delivers. This is the story many of us have been repeating to ourselves for years. It sounds logical, because it follows the way we've been trained to think about time, past, present, and future, all laid out in a straight line. You do something today, and tomorrow you see the results. It's a simple equation, but it's not the full truth. What makes this view incomplete is that it ignores the nature of reality at the quantum level. In the traditional model, the future is something you reach by waiting and hoping. But in the quantum model, the future is not separate from the present. It already exists, right here and right now, as one of many possibilities. The life you want is not far away, it is already created in the field of infinite potential. Your dream home, your perfect partner, your financial freedom, your health, your happiness, all of it exists as a version of reality that you can step into. This flips the old model on its head. It is not desire, then wait, then receive. It is remember, align, and then experience. The reason this is so powerful is because it changes the entire way you interact with your goals. Instead of standing on the outside looking in, hoping the universe will open the door, you step into the vibration of already being inside. You stop asking, when will it come? And you start asking, how can I align with the version of me who already has it? This subtle but radical shift changes everything. When you hold on to desire alone, you reinforce the feeling of lack. But when you align with the reality that already exists, you dissolve the distance between you and your desire. Imagine for a moment that your life is like a radio station. Traditional manifestation teaches you to send a signal and wait for the universe to play it back. But the backwards approach reminds you that the frequency you want to hear is already broadcasting. All you have to do is tune in. That station, that reality, is already alive, in the field. The music is playing whether you're listening or not. The key is alignment, adjusting your thoughts, emotions and energy, so you're tuned to the right channel. This is why people who embody their desired future now see results so much faster. They don't wait around in frustration. They don't place their dreams in the distant future. They live as if it's already real, and the universe mirrors that state of being back to them. It's not about waiting for the gift to arrive. It's about realizing the gift is already here, and you simply need to open it. When we step into the world of quantum physics, we encounter something that challenges almost everything we've been taught about time. In our everyday lives, time feels like a straight line. There's yesterday, which is already gone. There's today, which is happening now. And there's tomorrow, which hasn't arrived yet. This is the way we measure our lives, with calendars, clocks, and schedules. But in the quantum field, this linear order is only an illusion. Past, present, and future all exist together, not as separate pieces, but as layers of one continuous field. To understand this, think of light. A photon, which is the smallest unit of light, doesn't move through time the way we do. From its own perspective, there's no journey between past and future. It simply exists. Quantum experiments show that particles can act as if they know what will happen before it happens. They can change their behavior based on conditions that are set after they've already moved. This is not science fiction. This is observed reality. It suggests that the boundaries we place around time are not absolute. What we call the future is not waiting somewhere far ahead. It's here, existing alongside the present moment. This means that every possibility you could ever imagine already has a place in the quantum field. The version of you who is wealthy, successful, loved, healthy, and free exists at the same time as the version of you who is struggling. These aren't distant destinations you might reach one day. They are parallel realities, coexisting in the same field of energy. When we talk about manifesting, we are not creating something new out of thin air. We are aligning with the version of reality that we choose. We're shifting into the frequency of the life we want, a life that already exists. Think about it like a library filled with endless books. Each book contains a complete story, from beginning to end. Some are stories of joy, others of pain, some of triumph, some of loss. The stories already exist. They don't get written when you open the book. You simply choose which one to read. The quantum field is like that library. Your past, present, and future are all written, but you get to choose which story you step into by the energy you embody. This also explains why memories can influence the future, and why imagining a future vividly enough can change the present. When you remember a painful moment, your body feels the emotion as if it's happening again. When you imagine a joyful future with full detail, your body also responds as if it's real. This happens because the brain and body don't separate past, present, and future the way the clock does. They respond to whatever you feed them, as if it's all happening now. The quantum field reflects the same principle. All moments exist now, and the key is to align yourself with the version you want to experience. Your future self is not some far-off version of you that you'll meet years from now. That self already exists in the quantum field. The person who has the success you dream of, the love you long for, the health you desire, and the peace you crave. That version of you is alive in another layer of reality right now. They are not a fantasy or a wishful thought. They are as real as the current you. The only difference is that you haven't tuned into that frequency yet. Think of it like radio stations. All the stations are broadcasting at the same time, but you only hear the one your dial is tuned to. Just because you're listening to one station doesn't mean the others stopped existing. They are still playing their songs, waiting for you to shift your frequency. Your future self works the same way. That version of you is broadcasting right now. You can't hear it until you tune your energy to match it, but the signal has always been there. When you think of yourself as separate from your dreams, you create a gap. You tell yourself, one day when I have this or that, I'll finally become that person. But quantum manifestation teaches the opposite. You don't wait to become your future self. You step into their energy now. You start asking, how would the version of me who already has what I want think, feel and act? Then you begin to live those answers. This is how you bridge the gap. You collapse the space between where you are and where you want to be by embodying that identity in the present. Your future self is not just a vision in your mind, it's a living frequency that you can align with. Every thought, every emotion, every action is like a tuning knob. When you think thoughts of lack, doubt or fear, you tune into a version of you that also lives in lack and doubt. When you think thoughts of confidence, gratitude and abundance, you tune into the version of you who is already living that reality. The more you stay in that frequency, the clearer the connection becomes, and your outer world begins to shift to reflect it. It helps to imagine your future self as a guide. They've already walked the path. They've already received the love, built the success, healed the body, or achieved the dream. They know the way, and their energy is constantly calling you forward. You can connect with them through visualization, journaling, meditation, or simply by asking yourself throughout the day, what would my future self do right now? This simple question pulls you out of old patterns and moves you closer to alignment. The truth is, you don't have to build your dream life from scratch. It already exists, and so does the you who is living it. Your role is to tune into that version, step into their energy, and start living as them now. The moment you do, you begin to merge with that reality. One of the biggest mistakes people make when trying to manifest is focusing on what they don't have. It seems harmless at first. You want more money, so you notice the bills piling up. You want love, so you notice the emptiness in your bed. You want freedom, so you notice the limits of your current job. But the problem is that the more you notice the lack, the stronger that lack becomes in your energy field. Your thoughts and feelings are signals. Every time you dwell on what's missing, you send out the frequency of I don't have it. And the quantum field responds by reflecting that state back to you. When you look at your life through the lens of absence, you are not aligning with abundance, you are aligning with scarcity. You might be asking for what you want, but your energy is speaking louder than your words. If your inner state is filled with frustration, longing or despair, that's the signal you are broadcasting. The universe doesn't hear, I want, it hears I lack. And because energy always attracts its match, you find yourself stuck in the same cycle, waiting and waiting for change that never seems to arrive. It's important to understand that this isn't punishment. The universe isn't holding back your dreams to test you. It's simply mirroring the vibration you're in. If you stand in front of a mirror frowning, the reflection won't smile back at you. The reflection has no choice but to copy you. The same is true with your reality. When your energy is locked in lack, reality has no choice but to show you more of it. This is why people who obsess over not having enough money often struggle with more debt, or why people who focus on loneliness often attract situations that reinforce that feeling. The key is shifting attention from lack to presence.
Instead of constantly thinking, "It's not here yet," you learn to embody the feeling of, "It's already mine." Gratitude plays a huge role in this. When you begin to notice what you do have, no matter how small, you send a different signal. Gratitude says, "I am abundant now." That vibration aligns with the frequency of more abundance. It softens the energy blocks and allows the flow of what you desire to move toward you instead of away. Think of lack like a wall. Every time you think of what's missing, you add another brick. Over time, the wall becomes so tall and heavy that even when the universe tries to deliver your desire, it can't get through. But when you shift into appreciation and trust, you begin to remove the bricks one by one. Soon the wall is gone, and what you've been waiting for flows easily into your life. The shift may be small at first, choosing gratitude over complaint, choosing trust over worry, but each choice rewires your energy, clears the blocks, and brings you closer to the reality you want. So many people believe that manifestation is about working harder, doing more, and forcing things to happen. They treat it like a grind, thinking that if they put in enough effort, the universe will eventually reward them. But the truth is, manifestation has very little to do with effort, and everything to do with alignment. You don't have to chase your desires. You don't have to exhaust yourself trying to make the pieces fit. What matters is your state of being, your energy, and whether it resonates with the reality you want to experience. Alignment is about coherence. When your thoughts, emotions, and actions are moving in the same direction, they create a powerful signal in the quantum field. This signal is clear, steady, and strong. The field responds to coherence because it mirrors energy back to you. When you're aligned with abundance, you experience opportunities and synchronicities that match abundance. When you're aligned with love, you attract relationships that reflect that vibration. When you're aligned with peace, you find yourself in situations that nurture peace. It's never about how much you do, it's about who you are being while you do it. Effort without alignment often leads to frustration. You can work tirelessly toward a goal, but if your inner energy is full of doubt, fear, or scarcity, you are broadcasting the wrong signal. It's like trying to tune into a radio station, but being just slightly off the frequency. No matter how loudly you turn up the volume, all you'll hear is static. But the moment you shift the dial into perfect alignment, the music plays effortlessly. That's what coherence feels like. The moment your energy is tuned to the right frequency, manifestation flows naturally. This is why some people seem to achieve things with ease while others struggle endlessly. It's not that the lucky ones work harder, it's that they are aligned. Their inner world is a match to their outer desire. They don't waste energy resisting, doubting, or clinging. Instead, they embody the state of already having what they want, and the universe reflects it back without delay. Alignment creates efficiency. It allows you to do less while receiving more, because your actions are supported by the resonance of your energy. Think of coherence like the difference between scattered light and a laser beam. Ordinary light spreads in all directions, weak and unfocused. But when light is coherent, all the waves move together, creating a laser that can cut through steel. Your energy works the same way. When your thoughts and emotions are scattered, part of you hopeful, part of you doubtful, you weaken the signal. But when everything within you is aligned, your energy becomes laser focused, and that coherence has the power to collapse possibilities into your lived reality. This is why inner work matters more than constant external effort. Aligning your thoughts and emotions with the outcome you desire turns your energy into a clear frequency that resonates with what already exists. Once you're coherent, reality has no choice but to respond. Every thought you think and every emotion you feel carries energy. This energy doesn't just stay locked inside of you, it radiates outward, creating a field around your body. Scientists have measured this through the heart and brain, both of which emit electromagnetic signals. Your thoughts are like electrical currents, fast and sharp, while your emotions carry a magnetic charge that pulls experiences toward you. Together, they form an energy field that extends beyond your physical body and communicates directly with the quantum field. The quantum field is a space of infinite possibilities. It holds every potential version of reality that could ever exist. But you don't interact with all of those possibilities at once. You interact with the ones that match your energy field. When your thoughts and emotions are aligned, the signal you send out is clear and strong. The field then mirrors that signal back to you in the form of experiences, opportunities and people who match it. In this way, you are in constant communication with the universe, not through words but through the vibration of your inner state. Think of your energy field as a broadcast tower. Your thoughts are the programs you choose, and your emotions are the frequency they're transmitted on. If your thoughts are full of worry, and your emotions are heavy with fear, the signal you send out is filled with lack and limitation. The quantum field receives that message, and reflects it back, showing you more situations that make you worry or feel limited. But if your thoughts are clear, and your emotions are elevated, gratitude, joy, love, you send out a very different signal. The quantum field then responds by aligning you with experiences that carry the same vibration. This is why it's not enough to just think positively. A thought without emotion has little power. You can repeat affirmations all day long, but if your emotions are rooted in doubt, the field responds to your doubt, not your words. Emotion is the fuel that charges thought, turning it into a magnetic force. The stronger the emotion, the stronger the pull. When thought and emotion come together, they generate a frequency that reaches into the field and begins shaping your reality. You can see this in your daily life. When you wake up frustrated, your day often spirals into more frustration. Small things annoy you, delays pile up, and you end the day exhausted. Your field was broadcasting irritation, and reality reflected it back. But on the days when you wake up inspired and grateful, everything seems to flow more smoothly. Doors open, conversations are pleasant, and solutions appear effortlessly. This is not coincidence, it's resonance. Your inner field aligned with harmony, and the quantum field responded with matching experiences. The interplay between thoughts and feelings is the language of creation. It's how you send out instructions to the universe. Every thought sparks a possibility, and every emotion decides how strongly that possibility is magnetized. Together, they form the signal that draws realities from the field of infinite potential into the life you experience here and now. When you step into the feeling of already having what you desire, something powerful happens in the quantum field. Instead of waiting for the external world to change before you allow yourself to feel gratitude or joy, you generate those emotions first. In that moment your energy shifts. You are no longer broadcasting lack, longing or waiting. You are broadcasting completion, fulfillment and abundance. The quantum field responds to that state of being because it mirrors back the energy you embody. By feeling as though it is already yours, you collapse the endless probabilities into one lived reality. This idea is not just mystical, it's rooted in science. The quantum field contains infinite possibilities, all existing at once. Every potential version of your life already exists as a wave of probability. But those probabilities don't become tangible until they are observed, felt, and aligned with. When you step into the emotional state of already having what you want, you act as the observer collapsing the wave. You draw that version of reality out of the infinite field and into your personal experience. Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools for this. When you feel grateful, your body believes it has already received. Gratitude is not the energy of wanting, it's the energy of having. The same is true for joy, love, and excitement. These emotions tell your brain and body, this is real now. Your nervous system begins to adapt to that reality. your brain creates new pathways that support it. Your actions naturally start to align with it, and your energy field broadcasts a clear, coherent signal. The universe has no choice but to respond by rearranging circumstances in your favor. Think of it like a sculptor chiseling away at a block of stone. The block represents the field of infinite possibilities. Every possible outcome is in that block, but it remains unshaped until the sculptor chooses. Your emotions are the chisel. When you feel gratitude and joy as if it's already real, you carve out the specific version of reality you wish to experience. Without those emotions, the block remains untouched, and the potential stays potential. With them the form emerges, and your vision becomes visible in the physical world. You've probably felt this in your own life without realizing it. On the days when you feel happy for no reason, when you carry gratitude in your heart, opportunities seem to appear out of nowhere. Things fall into place, people treat you differently, and solutions arise with ease. That's not luck, it's resonance. You collapse to reality, you flow in abundance because your energy matched it. On the other hand, when you cling to worry, doubt or fear, you reinforce the versions of reality where those emotions live. The secret is to stop waiting for the outer world to give you a reason to feel good. Instead, you choose to feel good first. By embodying the emotions of already having what you desire, you send a clear signal to the quantum field. That signal collapses probabilities and draws the one you've been waiting for into your lived experience. The beauty of quantum manifestation lies in its simplicity, though at first it may sound complex. To make it practical, let's break it down into 3 powerful steps. The first is to embody your end result. This means stepping into the feeling of already having what you desire. Instead of waiting for something to arrive in order to feel joy, security, or fulfillment, you begin to carry those emotions now. Imagine what it would feel like to live that life, to have that relationship, to hold that abundance. The key here is not to daydream, but to really inhabit those emotions in your body. Your nervous system doesn't know the difference between imagination and lived experience. So when you embody the outcome, you are literally rewiring yourself to match that version of reality. The second step is subtle but deeply transformative. Shift your energy from desire to remembering. Normally, when we do something, we keep reminding ourselves that it's not here yet, and that creates longing, lack, and distance. But when you frame it as remembering, the energy changes completely. You're no longer reaching for something out of grasp. You're simply reconnecting with something that already belongs to you. This shift takes the pressure off and moves you out of a state of chasing into a state of knowing. It's like recalling a truth you had temporarily forgotten. You stop asking, when will it happen, and instead lean into the calm recognition that it has already unfolded in the quantum field. And you are just allowing yourself to align with it in the physical. The third, this aligning with the version of you who already has it. This isn't just about thinking differently, it's about being differently. Ask yourself, how does that version of me carry themselves? What choices do they make? How do they start their day? How do they respond to challenges? When you align your daily actions and emotional tone with the self, you create coherence between your end state and the reality you wish to experience. It's not pretending or forcing, it's choosing to walk as the version now. Every time you make a choice from that place, you strengthen the bridge between your current self and the reality you want to step into. The 3 steps work in harmony. Embodying the end result programs your emotional state. Shifting from desire to remembering changes the energetic signal you send, and aligning with your future self grounds it into your daily reality. Together, they form a cycle that continually draws you closer to the manifestation of your chosen outcome. This is not about effort or force but about coherence and resonance, where your inner vibration naturally calls in the outer experience. When you practice this consistently, you stop trying to pull reality toward you, and instead you step into the reality that has been waiting for you all along. Imagine for a moment the version of you already living your ideal life. Picture yourself waking up in reality, surrounded by the experiences, people, and opportunities you always wanted. Feel the emotions of the moment: peace, joy, gratitude, freedom, and truth, as if it's happening right now. The more you live from that version of yourself, the more the world around you begins to shift in subtle yet powerful ways. You don't have to force it. You don't have to chase it. Your energy naturally brings it closer because you are already aligned with it. If this message resonated with you, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel so you never miss the tools, insights, and practice that help you step into the reality you've been waiting for.